Have you ever thought to yourself, I need to become a different person from the person that I am right now because where I want to go and who I am will never work. I need to become a different person so that I can get to where I want to be. We've all gotten there at some point in our lives, and if you are between 25 and 40 years and you feel like that's you every day, you'll want to sit down and watch this. Imagine you are on a journey. That journey will take you 10 days to get to the destination. So you begin your journey, but soon enough realize that your shoes aren't cut out for that journey. You are faced with a predicament. Do you go back and change your shoes, or do you just take it one step at a time, forget about getting there in 10 days, but trudge on, hoping that one day you will arrive at that destination? You could stop and go get the right footwear, and the journey will cost you an extra one day. Or you could ignore the discomfort, keep walking, and sacrifice the length of that journey. Of course, that will mean that your ETA will change, but it don't really matter because you're taking it one step at a time, right? Most of us, including I, have chosen to keep walking without considering how long it will take to reach our goal. Just because we don't want to take a step back, go get the right footwear, and keep walking our journey, which will result in us losing a bit of time, but not as much time as we would lose if we kept walking without changing our footwear. I know I'm taking it too far with this shoe thing, but some of us will go to the extent of buying thermalwear, hydration bags, sunglasses, sunscreen, etc. While in the real sense, our problem is in the shoe that we are using to walk this journey. Enough with the journey, the shoes, and all that. I've decided to start Money Actions, a platform committed to helping people like me and you who are on a journey to focus on the actions and decisions that help them get to their destination much faster. On Money Actions, we will quieten down all the distractions that look like it but are not it, so we can walk an informed journey and get to our destination much faster. So, step 1, understanding your journey. The journey to financial freedom looks different for a lot of us, but it's similar to almost all of us in the sense that we are looking for a comfortable life and having more than we need. Let's unpack this. You've heard it repeatedly over time that the best answer to this quest is having a figure in your mind, right? For most of us in the 25 to 40 year age bracket, I'd be safe to assume that our needs look like 1. Having a stable income stream, living rent-free, comfortably taking care of ourselves and our loved ones, and being able to afford ourselves things that are necessary for modern urban living. By understanding your journey, aka your destination, you are able to capture the depth and weight of how far away you are from the destination, and you're also able to figure out the things you need to do to get to your destination much faster. Once you have a feel of how far you want to go, you can then consider the next step. Step 2, your current positioning. This is the hardest bit for most of us because we don't want to be vulnerable, we don't want to take a look in the mirror, and we don't want to confront our realities. Take a look at the journey in front of you and the destination you want to arrive at. Then ask yourself a critical question. 1. Am I well positioned to make that journey? Do I have what it takes? Am I the right person to embark on this journey? If it was a competition, would I be well equipped to get to the destination on time? You need to self-check and expose yourself to your reality. The stakes are too high for you to try doing this without being well prepared. If you don't have what it takes, then it probably isn't worth taking the journey. Time for another example. If you are going on a hike, you probably only need a bottle of water and hiking boots. But if you are planning on scaling the Himalayas, the preparation is altogether different. Now, if you're watching this, it's more likely that your destination looks like a Himalayas, but you've been approaching it from a hiking trail point of view. So you will have to face this fundamental question of asking yourself, am I well prepared to take on that journey? Then comes the third step, the transformation step. So you've assessed yourself, and it's clear to you that if you are going to take on this journey, you need to be a different person. For you to get what you've always wanted, you have to transform. You have to become the person who will do whatever it takes to to be best suited for your journey so you can arrive at your destination in good time. This transformation process will involve letting go of things, letting go of beliefs, perspectives, mannerisms, activities, priorities, personalities, character, etc. It's going to cost you a lot for you to transcend into the type of person who will be okay to walk this journey and pursue that goal. If you are like me, the current you is not suited for that journey. The current you can't get you there. So you need a whole transformation to become a new person, a new you who has the capacity and the will to do the things that people who have gotten to their destinations were willing to do. Now, this is a fundamental bit in the transformation process because it calls for a renewed you. A you that can conceptualize growth and action it to the end. For some of you, you've probably started this journey already. For some of you, you are just starting. And you're very welcome to start it with us. For me, this journey looked like changing my status quo. I've since changed societies, friends, circles, and mindsets. I've opened myself up to the language and ideas of people who have walked this journey successfully. I've given up relationships that don't help or get me closer to my destination, and I've had to look for people who can support me on this journey. I've opened my mind to taking interest in understanding philosophies revolving around work, productivity, wealth, abundance, etc. And I continue to take more action. I'm continuously edging myself into making choices that the previous me would have shied away from in the past. For example, choosing to start a business and run it right, choosing to build systems for the business, choosing to focus on areas of the business that result in revenue growth, choosing to find help, accept the help, and action it for my business. These are things that sound normal, but the previous me will have struggled conceptualizing and actioning them. I'd like for you to think over how your transformation is looking like or is going to look like. There are things that you will have to do. There are things that you will stop doing so that you can become that person who you've always thought is the right person for that journey. Now, there are some things that are going to make this transformation journey very hard for you. One of them is you. In this journey, you are going to be your biggest enemy. You are going to be the biggest stumbling block. You are going to want to reason out that this is nonsense. You are going to raise every bit of excuse that you don't need to do this. But that's normal, and you'll need to know this. No one else will be a bigger stumbling block to you more than you. You'll want to take it easy. You'll want to say that you're okay where you are. You'll want to say that this is your journey, so you don't care how long it takes. And you'll want to waste time on things, friendships, relationships, actions that don't add any meaning to this growth journey. But then you'll need to take up this fight with yourself and get moving. You'll need to take it up against every construct of your mindset, against every mental and social conditioning that you've had for the last bit of your life. And once you get yourself here, you'll have made your first step in the journey of 1,000 miles. Money Actions is all about doing the things that help you build a good relationship with money and be at a place where you are generating enough output to match your potential. So join me in matching out my potential. And if you've enjoyed watching this, please share it with people who you want to walk this journey with so they don't get left behind. Please share, like, and subscribe to catch the next one. Cheers.